Hello, people of the interwebs. I'm Jenny, and today we're going to discuss the last book in the Delirium series, Requiem, by Lauren Oliver. Are you excited? I'm excited! Here we shall discuss what happens in this book, and if you don't want to be spoiled because you haven't read it yet or you want to read it, then shoo! Just leave, and hopefully I'll see you some other time. Should we start off with the ending? I think we should start off with the ending. My initial reaction was, what the heck is this? Nothing gets resolved. Who does Lena end up with? And the wall just gets torn down? What happens to these people? Like, you could write a whole nother book out of this ending. But I think that 99% of you guys had the same reaction, and I finished this book a couple days back, and throughout the course of this period, I've had the chance to overanalyze the story and put metaphors in places where there probably aren't any. So just bear with me, will ya? I actually had the biggest reading fail while reading this book because I was actually reading it on my e-reader and I was so confused in the beginning. My mind just went, where's Waterbury? Who the F is Pippa? Where did this Coral character suddenly come from? And who's Cassie? I can't remember who Cassie is. I actually went as far as to go online and Google Cassie. Didn't find anything. Does that surprise you? Doesn't surprise me anymore because I was so convinced that Cassie probably popped up somewhere in Pandemonium and I just forgot her. Nope, didn't happen. Let me just set the scene for you. I read these books about a year ago. I can't really remember what happened in them. I can remember partly there's the Deliria, then there's Julian, and they were kidnapped and confined, and Alex died. Oh yeah, spoiler, Alex died at some point in the story. And then he magically reappeared, and that's about as much as I remembered. Oh, and then there was Hannah. Somewhere in the middle. I can't remember what she did, but there was Hannah. After 2 hours of intense reading, I had the sense to look down at my percentage side, and it suddenly said 63%. And my brain just went, what? Either this is a really short book or something went wrong. And after this revelation, the whole entire book suddenly made more sense if you don't leave out the first half of the story, and Alex and Lena gets resolved and everything just falls right into place. I'm just so smart. Surprisingly, my favorite character in this book was actually Hannah. I didn't really pay that much attention to Hannah in the first two books, and looking at Hannah from all the information that I gathered from Delirium and Pandemonium, it actually didn't really surprise me that much when she revealed to Lena that she was actually the one who told on her and Alex in the first place. Because in the end, if you look at Hannah very closely, she's the perfect person to balance out Lena's character. And Hannah, I find, is a complementary character. Her life is perfect, but she's not satisfied with it. She doesn't know what she wants out of it, and she's the one who initially wants to see the wild, wants to go to these forbidden parties, and interacts with the opposite sex and kind of drags Lena into it. In the third book, she starts off as a character with a very different personality because she has been cured, which basically turns her into an emotional zombie. And what I really enjoyed about her story is that you can tell in the beginning that Hannah peeps out here and there, but throughout the course of the story, her being engaged and her finding grace and her rediscovering her old self, her character development, it's not much of a character development in the traditional sense. It's more of a character rediscovery. She discovers her old self, and I just really like that. And she finally has the courage to break out because she has lived this perfect life. She always wanted to go further, but she was always afraid. So in the end, it was her choice to let the mayor die and to walk out on her life and to embrace uncertainty. And I think that that is also why, in the end, that is also why after all this time, I've come to really love the ending, because we don't know what happens. I think Pippa described it perfectly at one point in Waterbury when our group joins in and they see all this chaos, although they expected so much more. And Pippa just says that that's the magic in freedom. They can choose. They can choose if they want to do the right thing, and they can choose if they want to do the wrong thing. And I think with the ending of Requiem, it gives me personally the freedom to choose what I want to happen to these characters. Whether I want Lena to be with Alex or whether I want Lena to be with Julian. Because Lena actually now has the freedom to fall in love and to choose whoever she wants. Will she hurt somebody on the way? Who knows? Is she a perfect person? No. But also, you don't know where the society is going. There's chaos, and after that, they can choose what they want to do with their life. If they want to fall back to their old pattern, well, it sucks for them, but they chose it. If they want to start off a democracy, they chose it, and it's their freedom to do so. Alex, after 3 books, I mean, sure, he didn't really appear in the 2nd book. I still don't really grasp his character. I think that's what happened to a lot of characters in these books. For example, Raven, we see her throughout the 2nd and 3rd book, but when she died, I felt nothing. I mean, am I cold-hearted? I hope not. But with Raven and with Alex, I just couldn't really connect with them. I was kind of disappointed because Lena falls in love with Alex, and as a reader, you want to be able to see what she sees, to see why she fell in love with him. And okay, he's a good fighter and he's something different. He was an invalid when she was confined in this world. But I mean, even Lena points out, I think somewhere in the beginning of the book, that she doesn't really know anything about him. And Julian, on the other hand, you get to know him a lot in Pandemonium. I really enjoyed that. You get to know his backstory. You get to know why he chose what he chose. But I had the feeling that throughout the whole entire story, there was always this fine line between them and us, and Julian never seemed to be able to make the leap to the us side. Not him personally, but the others just didn't see him on the us side, and he was trying so hard, and I really liked that he was trying, but I felt that he was trying for the wrong reasons. I felt that he was trying, I mean, not for the wrong reasons, but his reasons made me so sad, because he was trying so hard so he could be with Lena, and now Lena might not actually want to be with him. Oh, by the way, I mean, okay, they killed the mayor of Portland and they destroyed the wall in Portland. What about the rest of the Americas? I mean, I'm sure that there are more cities. There's a president apparently somewhere. It's, you know, revolution ain't done. And yeah, what was your favorite part in the book? And was there anything that you found confusing and weird? Just tell me down below and we shall talk. I'm currently reading a ton of books because I finally have time and I'm on break and I'm just reading and watching YouTube videos and wasting my life. And you can stalk me on Goodreads. Have fun with that. Well, thanks for watching and see you next time on a fun episode of whatever Jenny is doing with her time.